welcome back to Classic Firearms. This is the Anderson Manufacturing AR-15 A4 Dissipator rifle. If you're a fan of more retro style firearms and you're in the market for an AR-15, this might just be one that you need to take a closer look at. Coming in on more of the value side things, on the sub $600 range, this one has a lot of really cool features, so let's talk about it. Starting with the front, you have a A2 style flash hider right up front, and it is a 16-inch barrel on this AR, but those aren't necessarily the most fun parts about this. You have that M16 kind of look to it, so you get a really tall front sight post here. Of course, that traditional sling mount that will kind of flap on the bottom there, as well as a mimicking one on the bottom to where you can wrap that sling around and really pull off that M16 look. As you head on back, so this is all polymer right up here. What's really nice about this is going to be a very good heat shield kind of handguard. So you're going to put a lot of rounds down range. This is going to do a good job of keeping that heat off your hands. Now, aesthetically, very close. What also is nice is you do get a pretty large Picatinny rail up top here, and as I displayed in the intro, a flip-up rear sight. So you can tuck it away when you don't need it, have a more pronounced optic up here if you would like, or you can just keep that right there. And it gives it quite the old style kind of look, which is very nice overall. Keeping that in mind, you do get a polymer magazine that is going to be standard capacity. Now, you do get one of those in the box, and the mag well just has a slight flare to it right here. So you can see that it is just slightly flared, as you'd expect with most AR kind of style rifles, just a slight little flaring there. Your mag release is going to be a single button on the right side, and that functions as you'd expect. You push it, you can pull the mag out, and it will come out with ease. And over time, it will freely drop as well. The polymer mags unloaded are just a little bit on the light side. So, as we flip it over, on the left side, right in the middle of the firearm, you can see that we do have that safety, exactly as you would expect it in most modern AR-15s. And you also have that bolt release. That bolt release is going to be right there. So the lever style bolt release that you would kind of expect. Now, as we start to head down the rifle, you can see we do have an A2 grip, which is going to be fairly moderately aggressively textured on those left and right sides. Got some horizontal texturing, or sorry, some vertical texturing right here on the back, and then of course one finger groove up front, which is going to provide a good amount of grip. So this isn't going to go anywhere, so A2 is good for that. You're definitely not going anywhere. It's going to be a really solid, kind of a skinnier or thinner grip. Finally, heading onto the back, you do have that polymer stock on here that's going to complete that M16 kind of style and look to it. Now, again, you do have that sling mount on the very back here that will complement that front one. And on the very, very back, you have a... Well, first off, you have a nice grip texturing that's definitely going to hold the rifle on your shoulder pretty well. And then you also have a fairly deep, so most of this in here is hollow, kind of a hidden storage compartment. That's going to be for all the Skittles you could possibly need during a battle, that's for sure. Now, getting this open, you have to press a little button here, that's on the very front, and then you pry it open. So it's actually flush with that the stock portion or the grip portion there, so it is fairly difficult to get open. Just wanted to keep that in mind. But it's insulated in here. So what I say by insulated is it feels like there is a, maybe, it's definitely not a styrofoam because it does sound very solid, but this portion does feel a bit on the insulated side. So what's nice about that, it's going to be a little bit of a sound dampening. So if you have something in there, you'll be able to hear it, but it might not be super, super loud. I'll give you an example. Definitely could be quite a bit louder. In review, in case you missed something or we didn't mention it, you have a A2 style thread protector with a 1/2 by 28 thread pitch. You have a 16-inch barrel with a 1-in-8 twist. You have a 70-75 T6 forwards, upper, and lower receiver. You get a Magpul M-Bus rear sight, which is always quite nice, and that front post sight as well, with a full rifle length gas system and a bolt carrier that has a standard M16 profile. Couple that with your standard left hand use charging handle and a standard capacity polymer magazine, and this gets pretty close to that M16 style that you're going to be looking for if you clicked on this video. So with that being said, if you have any experiences with the Anderson Manufacturing AR-15 A4 Disruptor, please leave a comment or a review down below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless. Stay safe. It is time to end. Now let's go shooting.